Hello and welcome to Tarot from the Crypt. I am Lotus God Sage, and today we are about to end off the zodiac signs with a read for Virgo. Virgo, you are following up Taurus, and you are ending the Earth signs and the entire roster of the zodiac Virgo. So let's see what Tarot has in store for you, or maybe has to tell you as we begin these first 2 weeks of August here. So to begin, Virgo, we have the Three of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, the Three of Chalices, inverted or inverse, and we also have the Hangman. A very powerful read here, this 3737. 3737. Nice here, Virgo. But Virgo, to begin here with this Three of Pentacles upright, I'm getting the energy that you guys have taken the choice that you had with the Two of Pentacles, and you have chosen to manifest one of those choices, or either to manifest an entirely new creation from those choices by merging that energy together. So think about the Three of Pentacles here. I'm reading that, foundationally within your home, within your finances, and within the more earthly matters of your life, as we begin these first 2 weeks of August 2020 here, Virgo, you are you're making some, I want to say, great choices here for you, financially and physically. But here, following this with the Seven of Swords, we have here that you may be looking into the more confining or less positive aspects of this opportunity here that you are holding, as you are actually able to, look at it here with these sevens, and my interpretation of tarot, sevens being a very much baby page energy, these Seven of Swords here about being not so much encompassingly confined by the circumstance as we find with the Eight of Swords. However, there's still here, Virgo, the energy of strategy and mental tests. There may be that the gathering of the information here might be about a fear emotionally of someone breaking some type of agreement. Maybe what you're doing here, because we have 3, 7, 3, 3, 7, this 3 that follows, this Three of Chalices, this Three of Cups. In reverse, usually a card about, celebration and the optimistic beginnings that we start off with. The Three of Chalices might as well be, the popping of the champagne. But in reverse here, we see that this choice that you've chosen to make off this Three of Pentacles here with this Seven of Swords, strategically to manifest something about here, Taurus, it might be causing fear that here in the situation, someone is sneaking behind someone's back, and that someone is just not being completely honest here for you, because we have here following this three of cups, this three of chalices, the hanged man, a card about waiting. You're waiting, you're waiting in a bound way, but you're bound by your own ability to bind in relationship to you waiting here, Virgo. And I feel that what you may be waiting on is the chance to see, the chance to learn here with this Seven of Swords. If someone has been dishonest, if someone, maybe in your relationship, if someone has been sneaking behind your back, if someone has, stolen something from you and intends to return that to you, Virgo, this may be what you are waiting on, but the hanged man in the Egyptian tarot deck is hanging a slaughter. So it may not be that you're waiting for your own sake. It may be that you're waiting for the sake of the slaughter of the person involved with your situation here, Virgo. You guys have some very intense don't play with me energy here, basically. But to go to the Wildwood Tarot deck to bridge some gaps up here in this first tier, Virgo, let's see what we have. And we have the Eight of Bows upright. We have the Six of Vessels inverted. And we also have the Queen of Vessels inverted. So Earth energy, Virgo here. It may be that these emotions that you're dealing with here, and with this sword situation, with this beautiful Ankh here in the middle, it may be that all this emotional turmoil and all this rushing emotional energy is carving at your landscape, Virgo. Because here we have the Eight of Bows, Heart Five, a card about a message coming of celebration. And if you have been invested in something, it's a card that says good news is on the way, and that positive opportunities will come about for the end. But speaking of such, we have 8-6 here. Between your Seven of Swords and your Three of Cups, we have the Six of Cups, the Six of Chalices, about reunion. About something from the past coming back, about nostalgia and cups that are abundant. Maybe is that here with this three of cups, a halvening of this six. You've lost half of what you've previously owned due to someone's backstabbing, sneaky nature. That cut that happened you. And this reunion we're seeing with this hanged man and this Seven of Swords here, where we're looking for something. Maybe it very well may be that you are really intensely looking for what was taken from you, Virgo. And either it was taken from you by a very powerful feminine energy, or maybe it's what you need to become whole and have the reunion of your very powerful, very stable, very grounded emotional energy, so that you are not swimming upstream, but you are jumping within the stream and enjoying the local current. But to follow up here, Virgo, for the animal spirit deck, we have the vulture and the beautiful black egg. Um, I love the similarly. I was gonna say I love the juxtaposition of the similarity of these cards and their coloring, and that radiant deep black and that purple stemming off of it. To me, giving me the impression that there is something very deep in the soul reverberating and radiating upward here to to bring about a very powerful uh, karmic incarnation cycle as we end all this emotional and turbulent energy for you, Virgo, as it relates to your more deep primal animal nature, may be about incubating and growing something here off of being fed and having feasted on some carrion here. Vultures being very proud and very majestic and very necessary creatures for the ecosystems in their prevention of rapid decay. Although the vulture looks like a bird that you would associate with having the most rotten nature of all the birds, and this black egg here may seem like a rotten egg, I assure you that these things are very rich in the black fertility that incubates and that surrogates the light of life. But the baldness of the vulture being because it sticks its head deep within whatever it's ingesting to consume it. And it's not that they eat the long dead, they eat the newly dead to prevent, an overgrowth of decay and an overgrowth of just rampant disgust. I guess is the word I'm looking for. I'm thinking of a cesspool of bacteria, but just keeping a very, very value balance. Yeah. The vulture here in balance, it clarifies, it reveals wisdom. It's a guardian and a purifier, and it's essential for balance. But with this spirit card here, this black egg you have, is very much a major arcana card of the animal spirit deck. It's this black egg being about life's essential treasures and truth. It's a breathing vessel, and it harbors only that which rings true to all of truth. The sounds draw us in. It's speaking to the books that draw us in, And all that we use in the answering of the question, what is true about the world and what is true about oneself. You know, the black egg is not yet assessed, but the energy of the black egg, you know, it hovers and it waits for us to reconnect to what is at the center causing all that radiance. But to end here, Taurus, we will go to the crypt deck, and see if we can add a final message of hope or a final declaration of love to this message here. Because the best way to deal with some intense emotions like these, Virgo, is some intense love. So we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. You know, the Eight of Cups being about abandonment, and, you know, feeling like there were a lot of missed opportunities, whether within love or within, you know, emotional identity, or just being fluid in your nature. You know, there's a lot of lost opportunities with the empty cups that are scattered about on the ground as this character walks away to a new position. Not necessarily being abandoned, but abandoning certain things that are no longer fulfilling. You know, certain certain aspects that can't be quenched with the drinking of the cups here. But in reverse, you know, I feel it's a very powerful card and a very good message, as we have all this null and all this darkness here with the vulture and the egg and the Eight of Wands sometimes being a card of darkness, but in reverse. You know, reminding you eights being messages and eights being representation of a continuous cycle, that you are not under the weight of the abandonment, you're not under the weight of feeling lost, that Virgo, you are moving towards brighter emotional stability, but in a positive way, with this negative card being in reverse. A negative times a negative, it's actually a positive, Virgo. So as we begin this August month of 2020, these next 2 weeks, you know, Virgo, you have some very deep, solemn opportunities to blossom emotionally here. This has been Tarot from the Crypt. I am Lotus God Sage, wishing you guys in this ending of night, as we close the curtains, a very much peaceful, loving, and abundant life. You guys take care.